If you had to guess right now, could you say with certainty that every smoke detector in your house actually works? Most families can't answer that question, and that's exactly why monthly home safety checks matter so much. Your home protects you every single day, but it needs a little help from you to keep doing its job properly. Today, we're walking through the essential home safety checks every family should do once a month, and by the end of this video, you'll have a simple routine you can repeat every 30 days without it feeling like a chore. Let's start with the most obvious one, and honestly the one people skip the most: smoke detectors and carbon monoxide alarms. These devices are your first line of defense against fire and invisible gas leaks, but batteries die quietly and sensors wear out silently. Once a month, press the test button on every single detector in your home, not just the ones near the kitchen. Listen for a loud, clear beep. If the sound is weak or doesn't happen at all, replace the battery immediately. While you're at it, check the manufacture date on the unit itself. Most detectors need full replacement every 7 to 10 years, and a lot of homeowners have no idea their detector is already past its expiration date. This single monthly home safety check takes less than 10 minutes but can genuinely save lives. Next, let's talk about something that quietly causes thousands of dollars in damage every year: water leaks. Monthly home maintenance should always include a walkthrough of areas prone to moisture. Check under every sink in the kitchen and bathrooms for damp cabinet floors or a faint, musty smell. Look at the connections behind your washing machine and dishwasher, since rubber hoses degrade over time and can burst without warning. Head down to the basement or crawl space and scan the corners and walls for discoloration, which is often the earliest visible sign of a slow leak. Catching a small drip today means avoiding a warped floor, moldy drywall, or flooded basement later. Water damage rarely happens all at once. It builds up quietly until one day it's an expensive emergency. While you're checking for moisture, take a moment to inspect your water heater. This appliance works around the clock and is often forgotten until it fails. Look at the base of the tank for any rust or pooling water, which can indicate a slow leak developing inside. Check the temperature and pressure relief valve to make sure it isn't corroded or stuck. A well-maintained water heater not only prevents sudden flooding, but also runs more efficiently, which keeps your energy bills in check. Small monthly attention here prevents the classic scenario of waking up to a flooded utility room and an ice-cold shower. Now let's move to something families often overlook simply because it's out of sight: the HVAC system and air filters. Your furnace filter should be checked every month, especially during heavy heating or cooling seasons. A clogged filter forces your system to work harder, which increases your energy bill and shortens the lifespan of the unit. Hold the filter up to a light source. If you can't see light passing through clearly, it's time for a replacement. This is one of the simplest home maintenance habits, yet it directly affects your indoor air quality, your comfort, and your monthly utility costs. Clean filters mean cleaner air for your family to breathe, which matters even more if anyone in your household has allergies or asthma. Fire extinguishers deserve a monthly glance too, even though most people install one and forget about it for years. Locate every extinguisher in your home, typically the kitchen, garage, and near any fireplace, and check the pressure gauge. The needle should sit in the green zone. If it's in the red, the extinguisher needs to be recharged or replaced. Also check the expiration date stamped on the unit and make sure the pin and tamper seal are intact. This is a home safety check that takes 30 seconds per extinguisher, but could make the difference in the first critical moments of a small kitchen fire. Let's talk about electrical safety, because faulty wiring and overloaded circuits are one of the leading causes of house fires. Once a month, walk through your home and look at your outlets and power strips. Are any of them warm to the touch? Do you notice any discoloration, scorch marks, or a faint burning smell near an outlet? These are warning signs that should never be ignored. Check extension cords for fraying or exposed wire, and make sure you're not overloading a single outlet with too many high wattage devices. If you have young children, this is also the perfect time to confirm that outlet covers are secure and child-proofing measures haven't loosened over time. Garage doors and their safety sensors are another monthly must-check, especially for families with kids or pets who might wander into the path of a closing door. Test the auto-reverse feature by placing a piece of wood or a small object on the ground where the door closes. The door should automatically reverse the moment it touches the object. If it doesn't reverse immediately, the sensor may be misaligned or failing, and this should be repaired right away. A malfunctioning garage door is a serious safety hazard that's often ignored simply because people assume it's working fine. While you're outside, take a few minutes to look at your exterior for signs of trouble. Check your gutters for buildup of leaves and debris, since clogged gutters can cause water to back up under your roofline and lead to costly water damage over time. Look at your foundation for new cracks, and check the ground around your home to make sure it slopes away from the house rather than toward it, which helps prevent basement flooding. These outdoor home maintenance checks are especially important after storms or heavy rain, since damage often isn't obvious until you actually walk the perimeter and look closely. Let's not forget about your dryer vent, which is a surprisingly common fire hazard that most families never think to check monthly. Lint buildup inside the vent restricts airflow and creates a serious fire risk. Open the lint trap before every load, but once a month, go a step further and check the exterior vent flap to make sure air is flowing freely and the flap opens easily when the dryer is running. If you notice your clothes taking longer than usual to dry, that's often the first sign of a blocked vent that needs immediate attention. Stairs, railings, and handrails are another area worth a monthly inspection, particularly in homes with young children or elderly family members. Give railings a firm shake to check for looseness. And look for any wobbly steps or loose floorboards that could become a tripping hazard. These small structural issues tend to get worse slowly, so a family that checks monthly will catch problems long before they become dangerous or expensive to repair. If your home has a fireplace, monthly checks become even more important during the colder months. Look inside the flue for visible soot buildup or blockages, and make sure the damper opens and closes smoothly. A blocked chimney can lead to smoke or dangerous carbon monoxide backing up into your living space instead of venting outside. Even if you don't use your fireplace often, a quick visual check keeps you prepared and safe when you do decide to light it. Now let's talk about something that ties directly into indoor air quality and overall home safety: your bathroom and kitchen exhaust fans. These fans pull moisture and odors out of your home, but they can quickly become clogged with dust and grease if never cleaned. Once a month, take a few minutes to wipe down the fan cover and check that the fan is actually pulling air effectively. A weak or noisy fan often signals a motor issue or a blocked vent, both of which can lead to excess moisture buildup, which eventually turns into mold growth if left unaddressed. Let's also revisit your home's first aid and emergency supplies. It's easy to assume your first aid kit is fully stocked until the moment you actually need it. Once a month, open it up and check for expired medications, used up bandages, or missing items. This is also a great time to confirm that everyone in the family knows where the kit is located and how to use the essentials inside it. Pair this with a quick review of your family's emergency plan, including exit routes in case of fire and a designated meeting spot outside the home. Safety checks aren't just about equipment. They're about making sure every family member knows what to do in an emergency. Windows and doors deserve a monthly look too, particularly the locks and seals. Test that every window lock functions properly, and check the weather stripping around doors and windows for gaps that let in drafts or moisture. Not only does this improve your home's security, it also plays a role in energy efficiency, since gaps around windows and doors are a major reason homes lose heated or cooled air throughout the year. Finally, let's talk about why consistency matters more than intensity when it comes to home safety. You don't need to spend an entire weekend on these checks. Omplated in under an hour if you do it every single month without skipping. The real value comes from catching small issues, a loose battery, a weak fan, a slightly warm outlet, before they turn into major repairs or genuine safety hazards. Homeowners who build this monthly habit into their routine consistently report fewer emergency repairs, lower utility bills, and much greater peace of mind, knowing their home is actually as safe as they assume it is. So here's your challenge. Pick one day each month, maybe the first Saturday or the last Sunday, and turn it into your home safety day. Walk through this same checklist every time so it becomes second nature rather than something you have to think hard about. Your home works hard to keep your family safe and comfortable every day. Giving it a little attention once a month is a small price to pay for the protection, savings, and peace of mind it gives back in return.